YouTube channel Rise Our Maths Classes. I Priyansha welcome all the viewers and subscribers to our channel. In today's video we are going to know about the chapter number 3 metals and non-metals of class 10 science chemistry stream second part. Before starting our video, I would like to tell you that we have introduced you with the basic knowledge about the chapter metals and non-metals in my previous videos. So I request you all the viewers and subscribers to see that video first so that you can get a quick knowledge about the chapter metals and non-metals. Now what we have studied in our previous video. What are metals? What are non-metals? What are metalloid? Classification through physical and chemical properties that we have learned in our previous video. So you can get a quick knowledge all about these. So in this video we are going to know about the properties of metals. What we are going to know? Properties of metal. Basically we are going to know about the brief knowledge about the physical properties in this video. So you can get easily know that what are they. So what are the physical properties and their types? So the physical properties is an property that is measurable, whose value describe the state of the physical system, means it is related to its physical look or how it is in his physical system, that we are going to know. Now the type of physical properties that we are going to know in this video is what is malleability, what is ductility, conductor of heat and electricity, lustrous, color, hardness and density, sonorous, melting and boiling point or state in the room temperature. So let's start with the first topic, that is malleability, the first type of physical properties that we are going to know. So what is malleability? Malleability, it is the ability of a substance that it can be drawn into sheets by applying force. Likewise you are seeing in this photo, the iron box is being converted into iron sheet. For example, iron sheet for making temporary roofs. You have seen in the factories that the roofs which are temporary are made up of iron sheets. So this is our first property. The second property that we are going to know is ductility. So what it is? Basically ductility is the ability of a substance that it can be drawn into wires by applying force. So it is very familiar with us that examples are electronic wires made up of copper. In electronic wiring or in your home wiring, the wires in which the plastic coating has been done to prevent us from electric shocks, and that is made up of copper. Previously, in the previous time when we have not more knowledge about these aluminum and other copper like substance, that it has a good resistance and it is the very most good conductor of electricity, that so we are using silver in place of copper in the previous time. So however we get knowledge about the copper is similar to silver in terms of conducting electricity, so we are going to use copper in place of silver, as silver is the most valuable, or we can say that most rare or costly product. So we are going to use it. So we have completed our second, ductility. Now the third one is conductor of heat and electricity. I have described both in once. So what did you see? If you are making a food in your home, we are making chapatis in a pan, making food in the appliances, we are making tea in the kettle, are all the example of conducting heat. We are ironing our clothes is the example of conducting electricity. So what did you get? It is the ability of the substance that allow heat and electricity to pass through them. Example, frying pan and iron I have given you. So basically metals are the good conductor of heat, such as copper, gold, aluminium, and the handles of all the Utensils you had seen are made up of plastic and wood are the example of bad conductor of electricity. So basically we are going to differentiate in the terms of bad conductor and good conductor. So basically good conductor of heat and electricity are those which allows heat and electricity to pass through them are the good conductors, and which does not allow are the bad conductor of heat and electricity. So this is all about the third category, conduction through heat and electricity. Our third one is lustrous, means it is the ability of the substance that how much it can be bright or shiny from its physical appearance. For example, gold, silver, and diamond. So basically, all these materials, or we can say that metals, are used to only for the jewelry purpose as they are shiny and bright. So this is the proper property of gold and silver, that they are lustrous in nature. So our next one is color. So it is the ability, we can't say the ability, but the colorful substances that we are knowing. So in this video that I will describe through the example of gold and silver. So gold is basically golden in color and silver is silvery in color, as their name are being derived from the color name. So these is all examples of color. The next ability, now hardness and density. So hardness is defined as the resistance of a metal. In the electricity chapter we have learned that the resistance is like a speed breaker which stops electricity. So in this, hardness means how closer the particles of the substance are being packed. So examples means comparing coal and iron. By applying force on iron, we can get that it is being converted into sheet, but if we are applying force on coal, it is being crushed or being in small pieces. So this is the ability of iron, that it is hard and it is denser. So we can say that. And in also water and ice we can compare, like in ice the particles are so near that it is being solid, and if it is put into the room temperature, it is converted into water, in which the particles are far apart, so it is converted into liquid. And density means how much certain amount of weight is referred as density. It example means the denser one is the mercury is the dense one metal that is found in the periodic table, and lithium is the less dense. So this is the most important term, and I have given in the examples. Now our next property is sonorous. So basically it is very familiar with us. So it is the ability of a substance that how can it make sound, or how more it can make sound. Example, metal bells of school. I have seen in your schools that when the lunch break or the period changes, or the bell of holiday will ring, so you can have a sound. So the sound is produced by any metal is said that the metal is sonorous. So you understood that also. Now we are going to know about melting and boiling point. So the melting and boiling point first starts, both the definition are same but some basic difference are there. So in terms of melting point, so what is the melting point? The melting point is the point or a temperature through which a metal is starts melting, or same as for boiling point, like a temperature or at a point the metal is allowed or to boil is the examples of melting and boiling point. So this is all about the melting and boiling point. I have shown a diagram so you can get a quick knowledge what we have studied. So let's see the next. Now we are going to know about the state of water or state of any metal in the room temperature. So let's start. Now let's see in the diagram that if we have water in a utensil, it is being in the water form, it is being in a liquid form. If we apply heat to it, it is being converted into water, but then it elements does not changes, it will become H2O gas. and if it is in the room temperature, it will H2O liquid, means it is in the form of liquid. If we put this utensil containing water in the refrigerator, so what does will we get? So we get that the water is become solid now. So the ability of water to being converted, or the changes occur by applying temperature, is referred to as change in state. So this is all about the physical property. So an important question arises that what are the physical properties of metal? So the physical properties of metal are that they are malleable, they are ductile, they are good conductor of heat and electricity, they are high tensile strength. Means what is it? So the tensile strength is related to the malleability part. So from the word tensile you can get that we are making utensils. So the ability of an substance to convert it into utensil is the utensile strength. So the utensile strength is being allowed by that it is being converted into utensils. So all the metals are high utensile strength, they have high density, high melting and boiling point. I have showed you a diagram of all the elements of the periodic table, that at how much point they will get boiled or melt. Now solid in the room temperature except mercury, means all the metal are solid in the room temperature except mercury. So what is the mercury? I will tell you. So have you seen thermometer in clinic or in your homes? I think all have seen. So the fluid fill in the thermometer is the mercury, means it is highly reactive metal which highly react when it is being in contact of heat. That is why the if we have digital, so it will count if the heat will more increase in mercury, the higher temperature it will show. So it is all about the mercury. So by the completion of this important question, we have completed our today's video. So for the more videos, please subscribe our channel, like this video and comment your doubt, and don't forget to forward it to your friends so that they can also learn. So for today only, thank you and have a wonderful day.